Hey guys, Heather Catlin here with the one and only Wendy Williams. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Hi Heather, how you doing?
How you doing? I know you have an extremely busy schedule. So first of all, how are you doing?
I'm exhausted in a good way.
Yeah.
You know, I've been really busy with, getting ready to start season 9 of the talk show. I've got my line at HSN. I got a 17-year-old about to be a senior in high school. You know, I'm a woman of a particular age. I have to moisturize and rest. But the biggest thing I've been working on the past year, and it's taken a little over a year, is my new 2 apps.
And tell me a little bit about them.
I
mean, there's a lot involved with the apps.
In preparing them and also maintaining them. But you know what? This is the best thing that I've ever been talked into in my life.
That's
and
great.
I knew that I had to go this particular way because our kid says, you know, Mommy, Facebook? Nobody, what? Twitter? You better not. All right, you can get
It's
away.
so old school now.
You can get away with Instagram, but Mommy, you need an app. And so then the wheels started turning. And I have a great support staff. The app consists of 2 different apps. The first one I'll tell you about, my Wenmojis, which
I was saying I want a Hev emoji, you know. Maybe your team could make me one.
the Wenmojis, I'll tell you. We had the best, art person to really curate these Wenmojis, and I only have about 60 of them so far. But
You'll
I'm
have
going
many
to
more.
Yeah. And they really do express everything that sometimes we want to say. I'm tired of sending my kid that round kissy face. You know, the yellow one?
Yep.
I love you.
Yep.
Really? How about I can send him this, like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you. Underneath, you did what? That's great. Or, what you doing?
So you use your own emojis.
Oh yes.
I love it.
In full sentences. So the Wenmojis are one thing, and then I have my digital side.
Okay.
And the digital side consists of the Suddenly Wendy area, which people seem to have fallen in love with because they are, the suddenly part is where you suddenly just see me do something that you wouldn't see on the talk show, like talk to Nick Cannon about all kinds of things in the back of a Bentley. His Bentley, but nevertheless.
It's still a Bentley.
You do unconventional things. I do have a best girlfriend, and you get to meet her in the Suddenly Wendy. I've taken you to iFly. I've taken you to the zoo. I've taken you to my pottery teacher. I love crafting.
That's wonderful.
It's like corny, 8 o'clock in the morning, once a month though. I do like to go there, and I get on the like Demi Moore in Ghost.
Yeah.
I do my thing. But things like that, and there's also shopping at the digital space. There's shopping where like I said, I have my line at HSN, but there's also going to be other stuff there that you will be able to participate in terms of merchandise. I have my e-trivia where you'll get a chance to win prizes and stuff. And the app is only 2 months old, so my head has been spinning with promoting it and also.
That's great.
I hate to say, but obsessing over it. First thing I do when I wake up in the morning, after a couple of things around the house, I turn it on and I find myself there for hours, and then I read the comments.
Yeah, how is that? How do you prepare yourself for the comments? Because I'm sure there are some great ones, but there's always negativity.
I have a very opinionated constituency. We've known each other little by little for over 30 years, me being a broadcaster. Now, being on TV for 9 years and just really kind of honing in on being a talk show hostess. Our show is in 53 countries.
Wow.
So it's not unusual for me to get, a Facebook friend or something like that in England. But this new app, the digital one, makes it possible for that friend to be friends with other friends.
Right.
And what they have is the hub of they love Wendy, or they tolerate Wendy, or they can't
They're
stand.
interested, want to learn more.
They're interested. So, I've been asked to go to Dubai, for instance, for quite a few years, and I'm like, why are you all asking me to come over there? The show was on in Dubai.
Okay.
But now with this app, everything is so much more interactive. It's unbelievable to me.
The immediacy of the response is right there.
I didn't grow up this way. When I started broadcasting, there was, a fax machine and an AP wire. that would go off at the top of every hour, and it would tick, 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 tick.
It's quite a change.
It's a real
change. So
change.
it's good that you do have a 17-year-old son who's like, Mom, the app, that's where it's at.
Yeah, people also enjoy on my show, on the talk show, when I do Ask Wendy. And so I do want to have, I want to add later on in the fall, a live interactive Wendy, live and interactive. So whether you're, and your face will pop up. So, but if you're going to ask me anything too bad, then just grab your mask and put it on and tell me all about it. How can I help?
I love it. I love it.
But, you know, people always have all kinds of questions, whether it's for me or whether it's for each other. And I'm trying to create a community, not just a community of my application watchers, but a community of professionals.
Yeah.
People like you, Heather. I can, you know, ask you, you know, what's going on in Atlanta? What's really good? And you can let me know. I'll put your response right there on the app, or we can have conversation like that. I'm not going to the Justin Bieber concert, but not that I know that he's coming, but I have young friends who still like to go to Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
You know, so get them up on the app. Tell the world, what are you doing? What's it all about? Oh, you're in the bathroom? You're in the stall? Okay, well, get back for halftime and get the rest of the information.
I love it. I love it. I don't know how you're juggling it all, being a wife, a mother, a talk show host, an entrepreneur. How are you juggling it?
With a lot of help.
Yeah.
A lot of help, and, you know, a lot of good people around me. You know, bar none, at the talk show, for instance, I have the best staff. They're very supportive, and I also don't lean over their shoulders all day asking them, what are you doing? It's not going to go like that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean.
There's trust.
There is a little trust. No,
a good amount of trust,
but there's trust, and then I'm married to my manager, who's my husband. We've been married for almost 20 years now.
That's wonderful.
And then our son, those early years, have, when he was 2 and 11 months like you.
Yeah.
Oh, the guilt. No, not so
much.
much.
What advice do you offer to people like me, mothers who are working full time and still want to pursue their career?
We were talking about this behind the scenes, and I think it's the best thing. Sometimes when you pass that nursery school, don't pull in the parking lot and pick them up.
Yeah.
Continue on to your home, take yourself a nap or moisturize, or do whatever it is that you want to do. Take a moment for yourself. The working mother thing used to tear me up. Oop,
Yeah.
I'm getting misty talking about it.
It's hard. I mean, you feel like you're missing out on your child, but then you also are trying to accelerate your career and do as much as you can.
So you can pay for your child.
Yeah.
And then once they turn a certain age, they don't care because they have Uber. Like, oh, it's the best
But
invention
whose
ever.
credit card is it?
It's
on
the,
Uber?
you know what?
It's mine.
You know, he's got a job. He works.
Yeah.
And you know, me and his father, you know, we split it with him. It's I guess hours, but the convenience of it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no driving to you know, a basketball game or anything like that anymore, or you know, friends having a party on a Friday night. Uber.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd rather for him to do that than drive with his friends, and he doesn't have his license yet.
Yeah, that's true. That whole, I haven't even dove into that of just being nervous with the kids leaving out the house. Like, I can still control pretty much everything they're doing.
Yep.
You know, I can't even.
Until you can't.
Teenage years of a boy is kind of what I'm scared about too.
Yeah.
I just got to go through it, breathe through it, try
Yeah.
to find as much balance as possible.
Well, the good thing is that one has the other, your kids. And that will always make it, in my mind, more entertaining.
Yeah.
We were just like one and done.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I want to talk about, you know, with the app world as well. That's why this Wendy Digital is such a great thing, because I can tell my story.
Yeah.
About, you know, mothering, and you could tell your story, but I know a great group of people, doctors, psychiatrists, nursery school teachers, and people who can also chime in.
Yeah.
And you might say, well, what does, you know, a girl from New York have in common with, you know, the same woman over in Australia? The human condition.
Yep.
She's pregnant too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, here's my doctor friend, or here's my nutritionist friend. Nutrition is very important as well. Moisturizing, any ideas that people have and they want to share, even if, because I don't know everything, but you know a lot. he knows a lot.
Putting great minds together and letting them talk.
Yes.
So you are, obviously you put yourself out there when you have a talk show, but this app, you're putting yourself out there even more. You know, it's the Wendy we don't see on TV.
Yeah.
So are there any subjects that you just don't talk about, or, you know, where does that privacy curtain come, or is there one?
Well, there is a privacy curtain on my domain. Mm-hmm. You know, I do hot topics from the house, mm-hmm. and I don't mind doing that, but the camera must be very close.
Yeah.
And there will be no panning and drifting. I feel very private about that. I'm very private about the doctors I go to. Now,
okay.
You know, I might have a terrific GYN to tell you about, but she's not going to be mine.
Gotcha.
I don't want to see you in the waiting room.
Right.
How you doing it?
Yeah. And you're like, oh, I'm here just to get my exam. I don't want to talk to anyone.
Exactly. No, but so where does it start and begin? My family is not on the app. You know, my husband, my dog, or not. Well, my dog has made a guest appearance, but my husband and my son, they've never asked to be a part of, you know, what's going on. They're perfectly happy in the back, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
My friends, I have one friend who was on the app, and that's it.
Okay.
Everybody else that I know, nope, nope, and nope. Places that I love to go and eat, I have to pick and choose.
Yeah.
Which ones? Because
you don't want a lot of people to show up when you're trying to have a relaxing night.
Right.
Yeah.
But I do want to share. I really do want to share. So I'll have to let you know at the particular time. I got to tell you, like, there's a hotel here in Atlanta that we're staying at. I love it.
Yeah.
So I did a hot topic segment last night. It was like a half hour after you know, promoting the app all day.
Uh-huh.
But I did it in the garden of the hotel. But the camera was shot tight, and I didn't say the name of the hotel because the room service is so good, and the sheets are so comfy. I want to always stay there when I come to Atlanta. And I'm not thinking I'm the Beatles or anything like that, but you just never know who's going to want to really invade your life. And
yeah.
it's a weird time in history.
Mm-hmm.
People who watch TV and movies and read your books and things, they feel a lot of times like they know you, mm-hmm. and they want to know more, and they want to know more. And it only takes one person to ruin your life. Just ask Jodie Foster.
Yeah, yeah.
Wasn't that John Hinckley?
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good that there are a lot of people who love you and want to know about you.
Yeah.
And that's why this
That's
app
wonderful.
is so good. But yeah, you're right. The safety is a big deal. Now, when it comes to diving into new areas where you're not really comfortable, we were talking before, you said you never even thought you'd be in the digital world, but
yeah.
here you are. Mm-hmm. What advice do you have to people who are kind of nervous about venturing out of their comfort zone?
Sometimes you have to take a deep breath and weigh the pros and the cons. And for me, the pro is that, you know, the app world is so much more expansive mm-hmm. than what I already have. Pinterest, Facebook, you know, YouTube channel and Twitter.
Yeah.
And then you have to talk to people who might know more than you, mm-hmm. like my son and his friends. When they come
Would
over.
you download this?
Yes, you know. But I do have a really good, supportive, you know, internet department at the show.
Yeah.
But there has to be more. So this is my Wendy adventure. This is a me thing.
I would imagine it's a lot of believing in yourself and in trusting your gut feeling.
Or at least faking the funk.
I mean, sometimes you got to fake it to make it.
No, you know what? I believe in the people who've believed in me mm-hmm. all along. My Wendy watchers, people who've purchased my books, people who, you know, like my stuff on HSN. I believe in the people who've believed in me.
Yeah.
That if you've at least watched the talk show for the 9 years it's been on, then come on.
Yeah.
What's another chance? Take a chance on your girl.
Do it. Just download it.
Yeah. So two applications, 2 apps, and people really do enjoy the Wenmojis. I'm so glad I was able to do those because I was really tired of talking to people through those stupid.
This does not represent me.
Right.
Not my feeling.
The emojis in the telephone that you already get. No, I needed more. But and the Wendy Digital has been really a nice treat.
And you're in control of it, so you literally can decide what you want to put on it and what you don't.
Yeah, I had a real nice conversation with Lamar Odom on the couch on the talk show. But afterwards, there was more to ask him, because Lamar had come to the show, and you know, we all know he's been through a lot.
Yep.
And he was very transparent with me on the couch. But then you get cut off by a commercial because you gotta, you know, continue with the talk show. So backstage, I made sure that, you know, one of my app team members was there to continue the conversation with him while I continue the talk show out front. That was a fun one.
Yeah.
A lot of people love Tamar Braxton.
Yep.
And Tamar and Vince, it was just a random thing. Me and Kevin, we were out in LA, and Vince called Kevin, was like, "What are you guys doing today?" And Kev said, "Well, we're about to go get something to eat," or whatever. Said, "Well, afterwards, come over." We go to the house. It was just a regular family day. It was only Vince and Logan and Tamar, and then me and Kevin, and a bunch of servants. A gigantic house. Not a housekeeper.
Gotta be nice.
Servants. Anyway, so before you know it, we're down in her private studio, which is really nice.
I'm sure.
And she was letting me hear new music.
Wow.
And we had on leggings and t-shirts and no makeups. It was just a random day. And fortunately, my app guy was there with the camera.
It's a very raw moment.
And very raw. But those are the kinds of things that you'll see on this Suddenly, as well as interviews with your celebrity friends that you just might never know.
Yeah.
And lots of hot topics. The hot topics, like I said, get updated every single day.
When do you rest? I mean, do you just cut it off once you do your hot topics from your house, or when is that moment where you're like, I have to turn everything off so I can be me?
I'm pretty good at doing that.
That's great.
I'm pretty good. You know, fortunately, I've been in broadcasting, like I said, over 30 years, and being a New York broadcaster particularly adds another bit of excitement to that. So I've done all the things regarding, 2 for $5 drinks, it's ladies' night, dating all the men, whatever, hanging out with the girls.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that. And so now, and also not losing my job while doing it. I was just trying to figure out who I was in the landscape of things. And I had no idea that I'd have a talk show now, but I'm so glad that I did everything else.
Right.
Because the way I turn it off is, I don't even know why you're calling me about going. No, I'm not going. I'm going to bed. Click. You can be mad later.
Yeah. And you probably won't even care, you know? It's
No.
just, you got to be you and take care of yourself.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Well, thank you so much for coming by and talking to us.
Thank you, Heather.
It's been really a nice pleasure getting to know you, and make sure you download the app.
Download my app at wendydigital.com.
And you can get them on iTunes and Google Play. Thank you so much.
Thank you.